I was kicked out of the house. Because my sister lied about me selling drugs, I never thought my own family would betray me. But here I am, homeless, abandoned, and accused of something I never did. All because of my sister's lie. The beginning of the nightmare. It started like any other day. I came home from work, tired and hungry, hoping for a quiet evening. But as soon as I stepped through the door, I knew something was wrong. My parents stood in the living room, their faces pale and serious. My younger sister, Emily, was sitting on the couch, fake tears streaming down her face. "Sit down," my dad said, his voice colder than I had ever heard it before. Confused, I obeyed. My mom folded her arms and looked at me with disappointment. "Emily told us everything," she said. "We need to talk about your drug problem." I blinked. My what? My heart pounded as I looked at Emily. She avoided my gaze, playing the role of the innocent victim. "Don't lie," she snapped suddenly, her voice breaking as she wiped away non-existent tears. "I saw everything. You've been selling drugs behind our backs. I found them in your room." I felt like the ground had disappeared beneath me. "That's insane. I've never touched drugs in my life." My dad shook his head. "We found the evidence." "What evidence?" I demanded. Mom reached behind the couch and pulled out a small plastic bag filled with white powder. I stared at it in horror. "That's not mine!" I shouted. "I don't know where that came from." Emily sniffled. "I was cleaning his room, and I found it under his bed. I was so scared, Mom. I didn't know what to do." She was lying. I knew it. But my parents had already made up their minds. Betrayal and exile. "You've been acting strange lately," Mom said. "Coming home late, being secretive." "I work late shifts. You know that," I argued. Dad slammed his fist on the table. "Enough. We will not have a drug dealer in this house." I was speechless. My own parents thought I was some criminal. "You need to leave," Dad said firmly. "Pack your things, now." I looked at my mom, hoping for some sign of doubt in her eyes. There was none. "But I didn't do anything," I whispered. "You brought this on yourself," Emily muttered, smirking just enough for me to see before she wiped her fake tears away. I had no choice. I packed my bags while my parents watched, their expressions hard and unforgiving. Alone and lost. That night, I slept in my car. I had nowhere else to go. My friends were shocked when I told them what happened, but none of them could take me in permanently. Days passed, then weeks. I struggled to find a place to stay, a job that paid enough to afford rent. My own family refused to answer my calls. I sent texts begging them to listen, to let me prove my innocence, but they ignored me. Then, one day, I got a call from an unknown number. "Hey," the voice whispered. "It's Jake." Jake was Emily's ex-boyfriend. They had broken up a month before I got kicked out. "I need to tell you something," he said. "Emily, she set you up." I gripped my phone. "What?" "She planted the drugs in your room," he confessed. "She told me she wanted revenge because she thought you ruined her relationship with her last boyfriend. She bragged about how easy it was to make your parents believe her." I felt like throwing up. "Why are you telling me this now?" "Because she screwed me over too," Jake muttered. "I thought you should know." The truth comes out. Armed with this new information, I went back to my parents' house. They barely let me inside. "I don't want to hear any more lies," Dad said, blocking the doorway. "Emily framed me," I said, showing them the text messages Jake had sent me as proof. She admitted everything to her ex-boyfriend. Mom hesitated, glancing at Emily, who had just come downstairs. Her face paled. "He's lying!" she shouted. but it was too late. The damage had been done. My parents finally realized the truth. They apologized, crying, begging me to forgive them, but the damage was done. I had lost my home, my trust, and my family. I turned and walked away. Some betrayals can never be forgiven.